Hey, so here's some advice if you're studying for a big exam, you're nervous, some test anxiety, you're worried about the test. Maybe some of you sit down and get ready, you're so excited, you studied so hard, you sit down, you look at the test and you forget everything, right? I've been there, I've done it. But here's my advice, what really helped me. So the first 18 years of my life, I really couldn't figure out the way that I learned. I was accepted to an awesome program called the Step Ahead program, which really changed my life and built the foundation to where I am today, right? But the one thing I took away from that program is the way that I learned specifically, and I still use it today. I used it in college and I use it all the way through all my exams to get where I am, right? So the one thing I used, and this is how I did it. So when I would sit in class, and I would never know what to look for to study, right? So I knew I had an exam coming up at the end of the week. It was going to be on the material the teacher was talking about, right, on the PowerPoint, but I never knew what was the special, or what was the important topics to take from the PowerPoint. I couldn't figure it out. And I also couldn't really take notes because I really can't understand my handwriting. So what I do, I took my laptop, I opened it up, and I rewrote the PowerPoints. I literally rewrote the PowerPoints paragraph by paragraph in class listening to the teacher. Then I would go back to my dorm and I would study. But the way that I would study, the way that worked for me, and it might work for you, so I want you to try it. If you're studying for an exam and you really aren't getting it, you're getting nervous, this is what I did. I would open my laptop and have a blank notepad starting at page 1, and I would rewrite the notes, handwrite them, even though I couldn't understand my handwriting because it was so bad and sloppy, and I was rewriting it off the notes, but I was reading it out loud. So I would read it out loud and rewrite the notes, read it out loud and rewrite the notes, read it out loud and rewrite the notes until my hand would go numb, and I would do this for hours and hours. I would do it in the library till 11 o'clock at night until they kicked me out. Then I would go back to my dorm and do it. And I would wake up and I would really feel it kind of sink in, and I would start to understand it. Then I would do it again. The next day it would sink in even more, and again and again and again. I would just do this over and over and over again until the day of my exam. Then I would go in and take the test, and I would do a great job, and I would know it, right? And that's the way I did it. And I did this every single time before every single test. I literally rewrote the notes and read them out loud over and over and over again. And that's how I got through it. So that's my